to my morning routine. Right now I'm having a snack for my pre-snack run. Right now I'm having a Rip Von like stroop waffle kind of thing, and it's the cookies and cream flavor. You can probably hear my ice maker. Every morning, first thing I do when I wake up is make my bed. I know people like to think that it's like unneeded because you're gonna go into bed anyways, but there are a lot of benefits to making the bed. But personally, I make the bed because if my room looks like a mess or it doesn't look tidy, it makes me procrastinate like crazy. My mind gets really cluttered and I get really distracted and overstimulated when my room's a mess, and I need my room to be like kind of clean, at least tidy enough. So every morning I make my bed. Gotta make sure you hydrate as well in the morning. This morning routine, I don't do the same morning routine every single day. I usually only shower if I have a run day, and I usually only have a pre-run snack if I'm running. But when I'm not running, I do try to at least get 10 minutes of sun going outside, but I truly do find my own benefits from that. I'll get into that a little bit later. Right now I'm gonna have my snack and some more water, and let's get changed and go on a run. Anyways, as I was mentioning, 2 reasons I get out in the morning to do a morning run, other than for training purposes, is to get movement and to get sunlight. With this combination, I've truly noticed the benefits of getting sun and of getting movement first thing in the morning. The days that I do so, I definitely feel a difference in my energy levels, in my kind of just emotional regulation. I don't want to say I'm always productive whenever I do this, but I definitely find it easier mentally to work and focus and get things done. At first, I actually felt more tired waking up, getting a run in, and then trying to get some sun in. To be honest, if you're not sleeping good and you're not getting enough sleep, like, this is not a magic routine to make it suddenly feel better. But once my kind of morning routine and my sleep routine, or like me being able to sleep better and sleep for the appropriate amount of time, I've noticed that it started really making a difference. Now I truly notice when I don't wake up and go for a run or go for any kind of activity in the sun first thing in the morning, I definitely feel a difference in my kind of mood, productivity. Overall, I do just notice a big difference when I started implementing this, and it wasn't even on purpose. Like, as I mentioned, it was because of my half marathon training. I hate training in the sun and in the hot, so after work was not an option. And then the runs started getting longer than an hour for me because my pace is pretty slow, so running during my lunch was starting not to become an option, and the only option was either to do it late at night when it was no longer sun and it was dark, or before work in the morning. And I don't like particularly running right before sleep. I find my adrenaline kind of gets high and it makes it harder for me to sleep, hence the morning runner. I'm not gonna lie to you, sometimes, you know, early morning times are hard, but afterwards I never regret it. Alrighty, let's go ahead and head for a run. Hello, as you can tell, I took a shower, my skincare, brushed my teeth. Well, you probably didn't see those things, but did those. We are now after my run, and right now I usually have breakfast or matcha. So depending if I'm hungry or not, you know, I'll either have food or just have my matcha. When I eat breakfast, I try to have something that has lots of protein and fat to help me keep me satiated. I know a lot of people say this, a lot of girlies say this, and at first I was like, I don't think there's gonna be a difference. But there definitely is. I will say that when I'm like before my period or early on my period, I'm ravenous, and I wouldn't say that having that protein and fat really does help much. Maybe it does a little bit, but I am so ravenous. I will always want to be eating and munching and snacking during those times in my cycle. But when I'm not on my cycle, I definitely notice a big difference. I don't even want to have matcha as a snack if I have a balanced breakfast of protein, fat, and of course a little bit of carbs. And I love my matcha. I always want matcha. And when I have like a full breakfast, I'm good to not eat for a long time or for a decent amount of time. And I don't even want some of my favorite snacks, which is amazing. And, you know, I really do feel satiated with that. Recently, I've really been into kind of breakfast tacos. It's like a burrito, but I don't have a burrito tortilla. I have a taco tortilla, but I use egg whites, sausage, hot sauce, and then a tortilla. Sometimes I have avocado, sometimes salsa, sometimes some crema. Just depends on what I have on me, but that's kind of what I've been into recently. And then if I don't have breakfast, I'll have a protein matcha, which is literally just Fairlife milk that has like 13 grams of protein. And then I would just make my matcha regularly. I definitely don't prefer this because the flavor of Fairlife is very, very milky and very, very dairy-y, and I don't really like the taste of that. I usually use oat milk, but if I'm not having breakfast, I will do the protein matcha just so I get a little bit of protein in first thing in the day. And as for my shower, I know you've heard this before, cold showers, but I do have my own kind of version of a cold shower. I know a lot of people walk in straight cold, shivering, and they just deal through the pain, but that's not what I do. I know a lot of girlies like to cook and stew in their shower, and I like the same. So I usually go as hot as I'd like in the beginning and then slowly lower the temperature. Maybe every like 2 minutes, 1 minute, depending on how long my shower is, I'll always lower it. And then at the very end, I'll do about 30 seconds of just cool water. And I don't want to say cold. It doesn't have to be cold to where you're shivering, but I want it noticeably colder than normal and then my body temperature. And it's only for the last 30 seconds. And I really did notice the benefits of that. I just feel more alert and more awake and ready to kind of get my day started. But yes, and all of this together, so the run, the sun, the cold shower, I really have found makes a difference. I know this is starting to feel very Andrew Huberman, even though, you know, we don't particularly enjoy him as a person, the things that he's done, but his morning routine is kind of it. I didn't even purposefully try to follow his kind of morning routine. I just started gravitating towards that because it's just what made me feel good. So that's my morning routine, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys take some helpful tips and tricks that will help you start your day off right, and see you guys in the next video. Bye.